Hey everyone, welcome to the Decorative Den, a look inside my craft room where I share all things crafting, planning, and DIY. My name is Charity and I am so happy to have you here with me. Today we are talking planner favorites. So this is the time of year when I always spend a lot of time reflecting on the past year, my planners I used, the supplies I really liked, the systems that worked for me, the ones that didn't, and then kind of from that piecing together what I want to do for the following year. So I thought it would be fun to share with you all of the planner supplies that I completely loved in 2024, and I will give you kind of a glimpse into what my planning might look like in 2025. So if you are interested in seeing that, then just keep watching. Before I jump into talking about my planner favorites, I thought it might be helpful to give you an overview of what my 2024 planner system looked like, especially since I imagine some of you might be new here. And so for 2024, when I started the year, I had every intention of using 2 planners. Now, I am a Discbound planner girl. I love Discbound planners. I have used other types of planners, but I always go back to Discbounds. They are definitely my favorite binding system when it comes to decorative and functional planning. And so I started the year with the idea of using a mini happy planner for my everyday carry, like true planner, and then an A5 Discbound planner to use as my memory planner for this year. So as I'm sure some of you saw when I shared this setup of my memory planner back in July, I had not actually really done any memory planning in it. And that continued to be true throughout this entire year. So really, even though I had every intention of keeping a separate memory planner, that didn't actually happen for me. And so thinking about that, I think I'm not going to bother trying to keep a memory planner in 2025. But for reference, those are the 2 things I started out with. I did very religiously use my mini happy planner. And so that brings me to my first favorite of 2024, which was and is the mini happy planner. This was just such a showstopper for me. I have used mini happy planners in the past. I've created my own inserts for the mini happy planner size, and I've always just really enjoyed this size. But this year, I specifically used a pre-made mini happy planner from the Happy Planner. And again, I loved this size. This was thrown into my work bag, and so it's definitely a favorite for the size alone because I think it is such a good travel planner if you're someone who works in an office or you have a lot of places you're going, you're a mom, you're running places. Like, having something you can slip in a bag is so nice, and this size definitely does that for me. The other thing I really loved about this planner is, like I said, it's a pre-made one from Happy Planner, but let me find a blank week. Okay. I got the dashboard layout inserts. And so this is one of the insert layout options Happy Planner offers in the mini size. I'm pretty sure they have a vertical and a horizontal as well. And although this is definitely not a new layout in their lineup, it is new to me. It was the first time I had ever tried it, and it's amazing. I love it so much. This just meets all of my planning needs. The one side having a place for a weekly to-do list. I love that it has all these sections. I mean, they're labeled important, looking ahead, and notes. I kind of use them however I wanted. I often did filming and content planning up here. Looking ahead, I would note things in the upcoming weeks, if it seemed relevant. And notes I really used for journaling, jotting down things that I really wanted to remember and transfer to my memory planner, which of course didn't happen. And then the weekly section was just so nice to every day write down what was going on. And then I also used it to record my day, again, with the thought that I would transfer this information over. But because I was able to keep such detailed notes and even do a little journaling in this layout, I'm completely fine not using a memory planner this year and instead just saving this everyday planner, because it was just such a great layout for me. It was so functional and it allowed me to save memories as well as like plan and stay organized. So 100% the dashboard style mini happy planner is my number one favorite for this year. Now, because I'm a disc-bound planner, I have to give a shout out to my favorite discs. They were my favorites for 2024, and they've been my favorites, probably for 4 or 5 years now. And that is the aluminum discs from Levenger. Now, on the scale of discs, these ones are a little pricier, but I think they are totally worth it. I wish I had some just like off of a planner to show you, but mine are all currently in use. But they come in so many beautiful colors. I have the silver here. I put the rose gold on my memory planner, and they are just so sturdy. If you like disc-bound planning, like they are so amazing. Your pages just slide on these discs. I find them way better than the plastic discs that come on like Happy Planners and other planners you buy from the store. And so I think they are 100% worth it if you are a dedicated disc-bound person, or if you like disc-bounds but have not been impressed with your discs so far. These are just really nice, and I think you'll really enjoy them. They come in different sizes. I use the 1-inch size, or close to 1 inch. I'll link it below. And it's just been perfect for me and for all the planners I use. So definitely a shout out to those. Okay, let me look at my notes here to see what I want to talk about next. Okay, so we did planner, we did discs. So the other thing I want to shout out as a favorite this year is a planner cover. So, you know, all happy planners and disc-bound planners come with a cover. Let me get mine for here. You're getting a sneak peek of 2025, but so they come with like this laminated paper cover, which is fine and nice and definitely works and is functional. But I really love having an extra planner cover that wraps around and protects my discs and protects the planner itself, especially with a planner like this that was my everyday carry and was constantly getting thrown in bags. I found that I really loved having a cover that specifically wrapped around and covered my discs. Now, this one is from Paperbound Creations, which is a company I really love. This planner cover I've had for several years, and this was the first year that it really like took a beating. It was in my work bag. It was getting crunched by my computer. Some of the glitter definitely fell off of this glitter spine, but for as abused as this poor planner cover was, it really held up. And so because of that, I totally was inspired to buy another planner cover from Paperbound Creations. So this is the one I'll be using in 2025. It's just like a black faux leather. But I was happy to purchase from her again because this was just an amazing quality cover. And like I said, I really am liking these ones that wrap around the discs. Previous to this style, I used to mainly just use this style of planner cover, which is also very nice, very sturdy, and protects your planner. But it leaves your discs exposed, and although I think that's fine if you're just keeping your planner like on your desk at home or at work and not taking it places, I think if you are traveling with your planner, at least for me, this was the rock star. But yeah, so that's everything like favorites when it comes to the planner itself and the structure of my planner. My other favorites all have to do with my actual planning. And so first thing I'm going to talk about is pens. I'm sure some of you are pen nerds like myself. I feel like many planner and organizing people are. And so I definitely had some preferred pens this year. Now, the first pen is like my overall rock star, like true love pen. And that is the Pentel Energel pen. And I get it in the 03 or the .3 whatever it is. It says 03 on the pen. And so this is their very like fine line version of the Energel, and it's amazing. I love this pen so much. It gives a really deep, like black, true to color line, and it's so comfortable to write with. It really just glides on the pages of the Happy Planner. And so I really loved this pen and used it, for my everyday planning in my mini Happy Planner. I'm also giving an honorable mention to the Pilot G2. Now this is an 05 size, and I do like this size. I do use this one in my planner, but the one that I really loved and used a ton is the 07, which is, I think, the standard size that you can buy most places. I don't have one on me because all of mine are at work right now, because it's like my go-to work pen when I'm just taking notes and jotting down to-do lists at work. I love it. Like, the Energel is my thin pen, my go-to when I'm just trying to write in my planner, and I like how thin it is and it's easy for me to fit a lot of words in a small space. Whereas like if I want to like a chunky line and just a really smooth pen, I love the Pilot G2 in 05 or 07. Like I said, 07 is my go-to at work. Now, in addition to those, the other pens I found myself using a ton this year were the Paper Mate Flare pens. Now, these are both like the standard gel pens. They're not like ballpoint or anything. The Paper Mate Flares are all felt tip pens, and I do have a history of loving felt tip pens. I used to use a Sharpie felt tip pen as my go-to planner pen for many years. And so I was right at home using these felt tip pens, and I used these a lot for color coding in a notebook that I'm going to show you in a little bit. And so I found orange, red, and green were my most used colors, but I have a pack of all the colors and I use them all occasionally. But these are definitely my most used, and I really just liked these for color coding things when appropriate in my planner and notebook. Now, in terms of decorations, I am usually a decorative planner, so I love stickers, I love washi tape, I love beautiful decorative spreads with foils and just all the great things. However, I am in a season of life right now where I just don't have the time to sit down and do that the way I used to. And so I had the intentions of decorating my memory planner, which we all know did not happen. So my mini Happy Planner, the planner I was actually using, was not one that I did stickers and tapes in and things. So in terms of decoration, I really relied heavily this year on Tombow brush pens. And I used them to highlight, to decorate, to bring color to my spreads. They truly were the thing that I used to decorate with this year. And so these were the colors that I used the most this year. They stayed in my pencil case all year long, and I rotated through them each month. I know this is probably a weird selection of colors for most people. For reference, I had a Halloween themed planner this year. Like, my mini Happy Planner was all Halloween all year long. And so, the bright orange and things makes a little more sense in that context. But regardless of that, my number one Tombow brush pen for this year, and it was my favorite for last year and the year before, I just didn't do a video about it, is this one, 912. This is just, I think, hands down my all-time favorite Tombow pen. I love this color so much. Let me swatch it for you here. Sorry, this notebook is a bit of a mess, but it's what I have. Okay, so this is 912, and it is this beautiful peachy orange color. I love fall and autumnal colors, and this one, I think, is just so beautiful. Like the orange worked for my Halloween planner. I've used this with completely neutral pens. I've paired it with pinks in the past. Like I think you can just do so much with this color. I just love it so much. And because it is like more of a peachy orange, it's a lot more subtle. And so even if you're not like a huge orange fan, I still think it is such a beautiful color. So if I only had to pick one Tombow this year, 912 would 100% be my favorite. But I did use a few others this year. So because I had a Halloween planner, I also used 925 a fair amount. And as you can see, compared to the 912, 925 is like a true Halloween bright orange. I love it. I think it's great. I love the color orange. And so it's really awesome to me. But I could see why that wouldn't be everyone's taste. I also used this color a fair amount, which is 243, which is just a nice minty green. So I really like that. Sticking with like more the pastel colors, I used this purple a fair amount as well, and this is 620. And then I kept two different gray neutral pens. I feel like Tombow has so many good shades of gray, and it's hard for me sometimes to pick which ones I want to use, but these were the ones I kept coming back to this year. So this first one is a very light gray. This is N75. I found this really nice when I was marking out things in my monthly planner, like highlighting periods of time where we'd be traveling or someone was visiting us, because it was just enough to draw my attention to it, but not too harsh. So that's N75. And then I also used a nice dark gray, and this one is N55. And I thought the two paired really well together. They both have a cooler base, so I think they work well together. But yeah, that was mainly what I used to decorate my planner this year. And so those, I would say, are like my main decorative favorite. Now, the totally like unexpected favorite of this year for me is this style notebook. Let me get an actual like wrapped new one so you can see what it is. But my final favorite of the year is this, the Pen and Gear personal notebooks. These are $1 at Walmart, and they're an A5 size journal. They only have 30 sheets in them, so they are very thin, and they just have this nice thick brown paper cover, and then they're college ruled lined paper. I love these. Oh my gosh. I didn't use my A5 Discbound, but man, did I use these A5 notebooks this year. I used these mainly for content and video planning. I would make daily to-do lists in these. If I had longer term things I was working on, like I did like a wardrobe redo in the fall, and so I had like a long list of goals of things I wanted to thrift or was looking to buy and kind of budgeting that out. Like it just was so versatile, and I think because it is literally just $1 notebook with lined paper, like just the lined paper, there's like no worry. I can't mess it up. It doesn't matter. And so I don't know if other people feel this, but I feel like always felt with decorative planning this level of like, I want it to look good and nice. And so I don't want to just scribble and brain dump. And this really gives me a space where I feel comfortable doing that. And this was the type of notebook that I really use the Flair pens in a ton for just color coding, scribbling things out, jotting things down. I had different things where like green had to do with content planning and orange had to do with like to-do lists and things. And so it was just, I love these. I bought like 3 more because they're only 30 pages. They're really thin and easy to travel with. And I just feel like I will continue loving these in 2025. And so that really does bring me to my plans moving forward in the new year. I kind of talked about this already, but I am just going with these 2 items. So I am again going to be using a dashboard style mini happy planner for my true planner, my everyday carry. And I have set a goal for myself to use more washi and stickers this year because I really do miss that decorative element. I love playing with paper craft supplies, and so I want to get back into decorating my planner a little bit. And so I plan to do that in my mini happy planner, but also it will be my true planner, and I then will keep it at the end of the year as a memory planner as well. So this is like an all-in-one planner for me. And again, it's in my Paperbound Creations cover. I am not finished setting it up yet, but I plan to finish setting it up after this video so I can share that with you in the new year. And then I plan to just run through as many of these notebooks as I need this year, again, for things like crafty to-do lists, supply lists, content planning, literally whatever I need to throw in here will go in here. But all right, that will do it for today's video. Those were all my favorites of 2024, as well as my plans for 2025. I really hope you enjoyed talking all things planning with me. I know I enjoyed it, and I'm so grateful to have you here on my channel watching and commenting and interacting with me. Please let me know what you liked in 2024 and what you plan on using in 2025. And this will be my last video of the year. The next time I will see you all is in the new year. I have some fun stuff planned. I have, of course, have to do a flip through of my mini happy planners when that's all done. So I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you are well, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.